In this video, I'm going to show you how you can activate the App Store Connect API on your Apple developer account on the App Store Connect. It's incredibly simple, and I'm going to show you how you can do that. Now, why do you need the App Store Connect API? Now, if you're automating some procedures like code signing or publishing of your applications on the App Store, you will likely need to use the official App Store Connect API. So if you are using AI agents to publish your application, to deploy updates to your application, you will need to provide them with the App Store Connect API key, which is a P8 file, right? And in order to generate this key, you will need to enroll in the API. And also another reason why you need to have this is you will need to, if you're using tools like RevenueCat, or if you're using integrations on your store to handle in-app purchases, if you're using StoreKit version 2, you will also need this. So it's not just for publishing your app, it's not just for AI agents, it's also to do critical things like validating store receipts if you're doing in-app purchases and all that kind of stuff. So with that being said, now that you know what the API is, I'm going to show you how you can enroll in the API so you can generate the keys. Now, as you can see, permission is required to access the App Store Connect API. You can request access on behalf of your organization. Most of the times, it needs to be done by the account holder or at least by an admin of the Apple developer account. So I'm going to click on Request Access. Now, there are a couple of things that you need to agree with, right? It says Request Access to the App Store Connect API. The App Store Connect API is for internal development, testing, and reporting purposes within your team only, and lets you automate key parts of your own internal workflow, including TestFlight, users in access, reporting, right? That's the part that RevenueCat and all those integrations want access to. You may not use the App Store Connect API to provide services to any third parties or for any other use. As a reminder, you may not share authorization credentials with anyone on side of your team or solicit authorization credentials from any third parties. As requests are reviewed, organization will be given first access, followed by individuals. So the important thing is with the App Store Connect API, you cannot use it outside of what you agree that you're using it with. This means only for TestFlight, only for users in access, only for reporting. What is allowed and what is perfectly fine is giving this API key with limited scope to RevenueCat, to Despia, to Expo, to I just wanted to say AppFlow, but they're shutting down. So, you get the whole idea. To Codemagic, right? You can provide this to third-party services that have official integrations with the App Store Connect API, and that is allowed. So, you just simply agree to the terms. Once you agree to the terms, you click on the Submit button, and now you're being enrolled in the App Store Connect API. This may take a couple of seconds, and now as you can see, there are team keys and there are individual keys, right? So what's the difference? A team key means that, you can have up to maximum 5 team keys. Those are for your team. Let's read that together. Your request to access the App Store Connect API was approved. Generating an API key allows you to configure, authenticate, and use one or more Apple services for that key. Keys don't expire, but can't be modified to access more services once generated. You have a maximum of 50 keys at a time. Those team keys are for multiple scope, while you can also create an individual key, manage API keys by people on your team, and those are the ones that someone else would generate for you. So let's say you are account holder A and there is account holder B. The individual key would be something that someone on your team created for themselves, right? Any keys they generate will be shown here. You can manage them, you can revoke them as an admin or account holder. You have full management rights over that. So if you're collaborating, let's say you have a colleague of yours that's setting up Despia, they can create an individual key, for example, and then you can manage that and you can overlook that. For most integrations, though, like with RevenueCat or for most normal setups with Expo or Despia or whatever, Codemagic, you will use a team key. So we can click on generate a team key here. We can name the key, for example, Despia, if you're integrating with Despia. And most keys that you generate, because now there's an access, right? There's a role. Most keys will need to be App Manager. For most integrations, RevenueCat, Despia, Expo, everything of that kind, Codemagic, you always want to do App Manager access. If you do, developer, you will likely get errors, can't publish the app. You don't have the sufficient permission to access certificates. For 99.99% of integrations, Despia, Expo, Codemagic, RevenueCat, right? You always need an app manager. Then you can click on generate key, and then you can use the key and follow the instructions of the tool that asked you to create the key. So this is how you enroll in the Apple App Store Connect API program and what this whole program is about. And now you just follow the instructions moving forward that your tool, AI agent, or whatever is giving you, and then you upload the key on there and you continue from there. If you want to learn more about iOS and Android development and all things mobile development, as well as web development, make sure to follow my YouTube channel. There are more videos like this coming, and I'm always looking forward to get your suggestions in the comments, your questions. I will answer all of them, and I'm always also looking for video ideas. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate this, and I wish you a wonderful rest of your day, and see you in the next video. Take care.